Thanks for joining us tonight. Minnesota is seeing a nearly $4 billion budget surplus right now, but leaders are cautious about more spending.
That was on display in St. Paul today as Governor Walz unveiled his supplemental budget proposal. John Croman joins us live at the Capitol with more on all of that. John?
You know, there are a lot of people here at the Capitol that want a slice of that surplus, but the governor's supplemental budget today leaves most of it unspent. And this is the governor's way of telling lawmakers that this is not a budget year.
The things we're prioritizing are fall into about three buckets here: safe communities, clean drinking water, and support for children and family.
The governor's supplemental budget rollout was a bit on the anticlimactic side. The blueprint is just $198 million on top of the $72 billion two-year budget from last year, and that would leave $3.5 billion surplus on the books heading into the June of 2025.
It comes back to the fact that we are not in a budget year, we're in a bonding year, and that we have got a responsible budget, and we're starting to see growth come out of those decisions, that we will have an opportunity when we come back next January in a budget year to flesh those out.
The supplemental budget puts $16 million toward bolstering rural EMS services, which have struggled under the weight of low federal reimbursements and staffing shortages. Lawmakers, by contrast, are asking for $120 million to prop up those ambulance services.
I think the bill that's being proposed addresses the longer-term needs. I think those are valid concerns. I think we're triaging in a non-budget year to deal with the things that need to be dealt with right now.
The supplemental budget devotes new money to clean water projects and to child care and expanding the tax credit for having children, with a pilot project that gives qualified families an advance payment on their child tax credit.
This now becomes an incentive to go out and increase your income. You don't have that fear that if you get into the program, you might have to be paying things back.
The budget anticipates a $980 million bonding bill for public works construction, but most of that will be in the form of long-term borrowing, so it only shows up in the budget as interest payments. Now, Republicans had very little to say all day about this budget, but just in the last few minutes issued a statement calling that $16 million for the ambulance bailout plan a laughable amount, quote unquote, saying that it's just not enough considering the deepness of this EMS financial crisis right now. So this is a starting point, folks. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of back and forth between now and the end of May. Back to you.
All right. Thank you.